and gentlemen, boys and girls, the boys are back with another episode of the Piledriver Podcast.
Yes,
I am your
sir.
host, the best in the world. That is my co-host, the big dog. And boy, what an event we had last night at Stark County Fairgrounds, NEOPro Ascent.
I'm still riding high off this, man. What a show. What a show.
Yeah, I can't even begin to fathom.
Let's just start off right off rip. They had to make several changes to this card within the past few weeks. Because the card's subject to always change. But hats off to the crew, everyone involved in NEOPro. Still putting together an amazing performance, amazing show, as always. They set the standard before, and they're just...
Yeah,
gotta give
no,
them
100%. I was going to touch on that, but you perfectly brought it in. Since this event has been, started, I lost the word. I had it, since they've been promoting this event, they've had nothing but I'd say four. We had 4 different changes so far, according to the card, and everyone they've plugged somebody in. They found a suitable replacement, and then not 24 hours before the event, we got more devastating news. Wilbur Whitlock had come down with a concussion from the Battle Royal at VCW the weekend before and was unable to compete. He had qualified in these championship eliminator matches, and now he's basically had lost his opportunity to compete because of concussion protocol, and he wasn't able to clear it in time. So the powers to be at NEOPro Wrestling devised a plan. They took another match. It was originally scheduled for somebody else. They had plugged Alex Daniels in to fight Izzy Lambert. It was supposed to be Justin Maine. So they plugged Alex Daniels in there, and they changed that match to the winner of that match would go on to the main event to fight for the NEOPro Heavyweight Championship. They also changed that the winner of the Ashton Day and Jimmy Shane match would also advance onto the main event, making the main event a triple threat match for the NEOPro Heavyweight Championship. Which, again, we all wanted Wilbur versus Pat Hayes, but that's in my opinion, that's a suitable replacement for Wilbur not being able to make with concussion protocol injury status. That's a great way for them to fill the void, in my opinion, for us fans.
Oh, absolutely. And it gives the other guys in that locker room a little oomph to try to...
Yeah. Izzy, Alex, Jimmy Shane, and Ashton Day. That gives them all a fucking reason to fight better that night, to try to win their match. So let's get started. Let's get right into it. I mean, the first match of the night, they started off hot. We had Alex Daniels taking on Izzy Lambert, and it was phenomenal. It was great to see Alex Daniels back at NEOPro Wrestling. He was able... The match, I expect nothing less from Alex Daniels, but Izzy Lambert actually held his own a lot more than I expected him to do his crazy shtick, and he wasn't going to be able to hang with Alex, and he did a great job. So I'm not mad at Izzy Lambert. He looked great. Exactly. I wouldn't have been mad if it would have been either one of these guys advancing to the final match.
Right.
It was Alex Daniels able to pick up a pinfall victory over Izzy Lambert, but it wasn't alone. And I don't want to say that as in Alex cheated, but towards the end of the match, we had somebody that Izzy has just decimated the past couple NEOPro events. Bray McKenzie makes his debut looking dapper as hell, baby. Yeah. Fresh new cut, pink in the braids, G'd up suit, and a glorious looking kendo stick. He points at Izzy Lambert and gets distracted. Izzy gets distracted. Alex rolls him up for the 1-2-3 pinfall to move on to the main event.
It was great seeing Bray come out like that. Bray had the intensity. You felt the energy off him. He was
100%.
He was about that business, boss.
100%. I loved it. Izzy, freaked out after he realized that he lost. He freaked out, went running to the back looking for Bray. We never saw him again, so I don't know if he found him, but, Alex Daniels moving on. Next match, we're just going to move right into it and figure out who's going to be our other competitor in a triple threat. This match had some animosity coming in with it earlier, though. Jimmy Shane and Ashton Day have fought multiple times. They've battled a couple times. They've tag teamed, but in singles competition, Jimmy Shane was 1-0 against Ashton Day.
Yep.
Coming in hot, Jimmy Shane came out talking all his normal smack. And with the title shot on the line, I mean, both of these men definitely, like we said before, put on harder and went harder. It was able to be, Jimmy Shane and Ashton Day were finally able to, I guess you could put an end to this rivalry, but we'll see, as Ashton Day was able to pick up the pinfall and move on to face Jimmy Shane's tag team partner and Alex Daniels later on tonight in the triple threat match for the heavyweight championship.
I would say it's done, but you never really know.
You never know. It could go on. It could happen again. We could see them fight some more. So we'll see where it goes. But it looked like it should have, there was a conclusion to it, in my opinion. But Jimmy Shane, when he came out, had a shirt on that said, Jimmy Shane 1, Ashton Day 0. So now if we're being technical, it's 1-1. I'm going to kind of need that rubber match maybe. So
yeah, throw a stipulation, throw a good stipulation on there.
And I can see it riding for sure. The next match we had was another plug and play by NEOPro Management. Originally was supposed to be Cowpoke Paul versus the director, Derek Dillinger. Unfortunately, due to injury, Derek had to pull out, and he was subbed in by the one and only Damian Chambers. So, I've seen Damian before. It was your first time. What are your thoughts on Mr. Chambers?
Everything you said was correct. I was impressed.
Told you. He's good. And he came in, he was obviously playing the heel role here. I've seen him be a face as well. But either role, he killed it. Great moveset. Great technical ability. He's just really, really smooth with it.
I want to see more of him now.
100%. So, yeah, I was going to talk to you about that later.
If I could have Damian Chambers come back and fight someone in that NEOPro locker room again, I think maybe him and Justin Maine.
That's exactly where I was going to go. Him and Justin Maine would be a fire match.
Yes.
Him and Alex Daniels would be fire.
Yes.
So
I agree.
Damian Chambers came out and did a great job. The Cowpoke Posse was in full effect, though. The Cowpoke Posse was in full effect, able to help Cowpoke Paul will his way to a victory. But after the match, Damian obviously pissed off, thought he had been side swindled or some shit. He thought he got messed. He thought Cowpoke pulled one over on him. He started just beating the shit out of Cowpoke Paul. And this is where the surprise of the night came from, buddy. Holy shit. In the middle of Damian Chambers just destroying Cowpoke Paul, music hits, and the one and only Ace fucking Austin comes running out to make the save.
I cannot believe that we saw Ace Austin.
Ace Austin, bro. I fucking look. Not that we're all keeping track. I've two-sweeted 2 members of the Bullet Club now. Just say it. Chase Owens and fucking Ace Austin. That's cool, man. It was, like I said, it was cool to me. I mean, he's always been one of my favorites. I've always had some kind of connection to him. It was cool as shit to see him come and show up and help out, though. That was fucking sweet.
Shame on the NEOPro crowd for not knowing who he is.
I agree. There was our little section over there. We knew as soon as he came out. We're like, holy shit!
There's dead silence everywhere else.
We're like, holy shit! That's that's Ace Austin. Holy crap! And yeah, so for him to be there, that was pretty fucking cool. I'm not mad at that surprise at all, and that only sets, in my opinion, some more future workings, I guess you could call it, for NEOPro and Impact or TNA, however they're going these days. Because last month we had Havoc. Jessica Havoc showed up. This month we got Ace Austin showing up.
Yeah.
Clearly, Impact Wrestling is paying attention to what is going on in Northeast Ohio. So
I like that.
that's really cool. I'm really excited. Again, I got to meet Ace Austin. I got to shake his hand, got a little selfie. That was cool.
That was actually pretty.
Next match, man, we had Studio 86 coming in hot in a no disqualification match against Saturday Night Special. Another great match, man. Studio 86 has been four locoing people to death, just pulling wins everywhere. And we thought Saturday Night Special was going to come in hot, and they made it a no DQ match so that, you know, basically the Four Loco couldn't come into effect or play any particular.
Our boy Saturday Night Special was whooping their ass for most of the match.
Dakota had a fucking turkey. All right, he brought a fucking turkey to the ring. Twist. I think my favorite part of the match. Go ahead.
I said, yes, folks, the turkey was used.
It was used. It was frozen. So I assume it was like at least 10 pounds.
Oh,
that was a big bird.
That was a big birdie. That was a big birdie.
But at one point, I think my favorite part of this match was when Marcus Twist put the cone over Martel's head and just started clapping, like trying to get him to, you know, it was hilarious, man. Their Legos were brought into the ring. Again, there was a turkey, chairs, just the whole shebang. It was a great no disqualification match. Blood was spilled.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our boys were not able to pick up a victory. Studio 86 remains undefeated in NEOPro Wrestling. And I heard some little birdies in the back tweet or talking, you know, that they want to make themselves known in the NEOPro tag team division. So we need a tag team that's going to step up and beat them. I thought it was going to be Saturday Night Special. Just a little short.
Run it back. I bet you Saturday Night Special wins.
I hope so.
So we're going to work on something to get the boys on the pod. Love those boys.
We got to talk to a couple NEOPro guys last night that, you know, said they'd love to come on the pod. So we're going to get the Saturday Night Special guys on here. I'm going to try to get in touch with the Cowpoke. We're going to try to get in touch with a couple other ones. You know, I know that ones that I want on here will probably never get to come on. Like I could never get the Guiding Light to come on and share his gospel with us. I've asked. He said he doesn't have time. He's busy. So I understand, but doesn't make it hurt any less.
Right. Shoot your shot.
But we will be talking. I'm going to try to get some mega guys coming on here before we got the next mega show on the 12th or on the 9th of December, which is, you know, their Night of Champions. But we're going to get some guys on here. Another one that we actually want to get on, and I'm really excited about this one. We talked to him. He's a beast of few words, but he did agree to come on the podcast. And at some point in the near future, we will have the one and only Husk. Beast Man will be joining the Piledriver Podcast. So I'm really, really excited about that as well. And, you know, speaking of, he finally got to make his long-awaited NEOPro return. The Beast Man showed up. We had no clue what he was going to be doing. We just know that he was going to be there. And it comes to find out that he was in a match. He was in a match with friend of the pod. Colton Quinn showed up to fight off the Beast Man. And buddy, it was not pretty for Colton, unfortunately. The Beast Man just demolished. I mean, Colton looked good. He had some drop kicks, some jump punches. He tried everything he could to take the big man down. It just wasn't working out in his favor. To the point where Beastman just ultimately, I believe it was the power bomb that finished him off. He threw him up for a big ass power bomb, knocked him out basically, went for the pin, picked his shoulder up, and then probably gave him one of the sickest Rikishi drivers I've ever seen.
Bro. And
at that point, Colton Quinn was knocked out cold. Referee Mike Contos had no choice but to stop the match.
Yep.
No choice. Go ahead. Let him know.
After that, after the win, we hear a voice coming from back beyond. Somewhere within the arena, you hear Beastie. And it's none other than Jexy Black. We were curious about how this was all going to play out, seeing from last time Matthew Taylor got Jexy to join his side, grab his hand. It seems Husk was running around trying to find out where she was. When he finally seen her, he damn near ran up to her.
It was like, dude, it reminds me of like the Hulk and Black Widow.
Yes.
Like when Black Widow's like, hey man, it's time to go to, it's winding down. It's getting dark outside. And Hulk calms down. Every time Jexy has that control over Beast. So can you imagine if Matt Taylor has the control over Jexy, who then has the control over the Beast Man? Matt Taylor essentially is running the Beast Man.
And he already has Sam Holloway.
He's already got a beast on his side in Hardway Sam Holloway.
Dude.
So I'm scared of what the Gospel of Light could do to NEOPro Wrestling. The next match was a match that we both had been waiting for, and it didn't disappoint. Angel Metro versus Zoe Sky, making her NEOPro debut. Great match. Great match. I'm talking great match. At one point during the beginning of the match, Angel looked over at me because Zoe stepped up and she threw out the honor, the respective honor. She threw her hand out, wanted the handshake. Angel looked over at us and was like, should I? And we were like, yes, definitely shake Zoe's hand. She is a good egg. And it was, like I said, she shook her hand. It was nice and respectful. Great fucking match, man. Great match. Probably my second favorite match of the night, if we're being honest.
Oh, yeah. I knew this match was going to be phenomenal because both women are extremely talented. It exceeded my expectations. I want more.
100%. I definitely want more of Angel Metro. I definitely need Zoe Sky back in NEOPro Wrestling.
Well, after the match, Jessica,
I was going to say, yeah, this match went and Zoe was able to pick up a victory. Zoe was able to pick up the victory. And then like Dean was saying, go ahead, bud. After the match, what happened?
Jessica live came on the screen, congratulated Zoe, and was talking shit to Angel, saying that she couldn't even beat Zoe, blah, 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 blah. But
how was she going to beat Jessica?
Yeah. Basically laid down the line like, you need to find somebody because I'm bringing somebody too. So it looks like we're going to have a little tag team match coming here in a new.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get a little mixed tag team action maybe, or even just, a female tag team action. But if Jessica could come back, because I mean, obviously, when you think of Jessica maybe pulling a mixed tag team partner, you think of her husband. It could probably be Sami Callihan, which would be fucking epic. So I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just speculation. It's pure speculation from the Piledriver boys at this point. But if it is a mixed tag match, it could definitely be Jessica and Sami Callihan. But it could also be Jessica and, another TNA knockout.
Rosemary,
Jordan Grace. It could be anybody. Wow. So we don't know.
Yeah. We like doing that.
Next match was a match that we had been waiting for. Last show, the match was interrupted between Dontavio and Pastor CeeLo by Matthew Taylor. So CeeLo had laid out a challenge that he wanted Sam Holloway in a one-on-one match.
CeeLo, what is you doing?
Hey, CeeLo went hard. The bell rang and CeeLo threw off 3 of the biggest Superman punches I've ever seen him throw. CeeLo had a puncher's chance here. And at one point he was getting beat up, and who came out to try to help him, I guess, to try to say, hey, it's okay. But Dontavio. And I got a whole different vibe from Dontavio when he came out. He wasn't the same him. Something was up. And then Matt Taylor said, get down, son. Don't worry about him. And for some reason, Dontavio obeyed.
Yeah.
What's going on here? And so, I don't know. After this, it was clearly, there was some distraction going on. Sam Holloway picked the good one up and lifted him to the heavens and choke slammed him down. 1, 2, 3 victory for Dontavio. I mean, for Sam Holloway. Afterwards, Dontavio gets in the ring and him and CeeLo kind of have a face-to-face. And CeeLo's like, get away from me. You didn't want to help me. You didn't, 2 times now. 2 times you've watched me get my ass whooped by these guys and you didn't do anything to help. So I don't know what's going on at this point. Obviously, we talked about Pastor CeeLo and the Guiding Light before. I can't wait to see where this storyline goes. Now with Dontavio just kind of just following along, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think about this, and I can't wait for it to keep playing out because there's so many intertwined storylines with Beastman, Jexy, Dontavio. It's all like there's so much going on with this storyline.
Those intertwined storylines are the best, in my opinion. I love them. They're done right.
Yeah. And then last but most certainly not least, we had the triple threat match to crown a new NEOPro champion. Alex Daniels, who had won his qualifier, versus Ashton Day, who had also won his qualifier, versus the one man who had won his championship eliminator series last month, Patrick Hayes. And oh boy, this match was fire. Everything was going crazy. Pat Hayes at one point said, I don't have to wrestle. I've already done this. You guys get to going and we'll see who, because the better one of you two. Yeah. And they did. Alex and Ashton went hard against each other until Patrick Hayes decided to make his presence known in the match. And I mean, I got nothing bad to say about this match, man. Nothing bad to say about this match. These guys went hard. They fought. They knew what was on the line. I think that's the beauty of it, though, is they could tell what was on the line, and they went for it. At one point in the match, all men were outside. Alex Daniels went to do a move. His foot slipped off the turnbuckle, and he took a nasty fall. Unfortunately, the referees had to throw up the X for my guy, and he was taken to the back. With last I heard, he was in concussion protocol as well, but he is okay. He is okay. Yeah. But it was a very, very, very scary moment. I was legitimately concerned for his well-being. Alex Daniels is okay. Ashton and Pat Hayes were able to finish the match. Unfortunately, Alex Daniels, once again, was not able to. I mean, like I said, he was not able to finish the match, obviously, but it's another, I guess, title opportunity that was taken from him. So that's 2 weeks in a row. He had Mega last week where he time limit drawed, and then this week where unfortunately a fall was able to take him out of the match. 2 titles has unfortunately slipped through his fingers in the past couple of weeks. We know it December 9th, he has his shot against Bryson Teller in a no time limit match. But I would expect Alex Daniels to come back for Patrick Hayes at some point. He's going to come back for that NEOPro Heavyweight Championship. Again, because he was taken out by something that he had no doing. He wasn't pinned. He didn't lose the match. So we'll see what happens. Ashton Day at one point in this match pulled Patrick Hayes' pants down and gave him a legitimate spanking. Yeah. So that was pretty fucking hilarious. Unfortunately, go ahead. I was going to say the spanking wasn't enough, as Pat Hayes was able to hit Ashton with a low blow and climb up to the top with his ass cheeks out and let loose his devastating frog splash, which is beautiful. Patrick Hayes has a beautiful frog splash to secure the victory, the 1, 2, 3, and to be able to carry that gold, the NEOPro ever, the first ever NEOPro heavyweight champion. Congratulations going out to Patrick Hayes.
Such a beautiful title.
Not only did Patrick Hayes win the NEOPro heavyweight champion, but this week he is your Piledriver Podcast Wrestler of the Week. Patrick Hayes, Wrestler of the Week, first ever NEOPro heavyweight champion. Congratulations, my guy. It's been a stellar run. I can't wait to see how you defend this title.
Me neither, man. Me neither.
I mean, I got nothing but love for Pat Hayes. Again, I know he's an asshole. I know he's a bad guy, but he's a great bad guy. He plays that role just top notch. I have no problem booing the shit out of him. So, it's not hard to want to hate him. Like Matt Taylor, I can't stand people that don't understand the gospel. It's just, some people are not a fan. But with Patrick Hayes, I have no issues booing the shit out of that guy. So I very much enjoy it. So he's doing his job correctly. First ever NEOPro heavyweight champion. It was a great match, man. We all wanted Wilbur versus Patrick Hayes, and that's another one. You already know Uncle Wilbur's coming back when he comes back out of when he clears concussion protocol. He is coming for Pat Hayes.
That should be the first title defense.
I agree 110%. So, great show. Dean, what are you giving NEOPro Ascent 1 out of 5 pile drivers?
I'm gonna go 4 pile drivers. 4 out of 5 pile.
That's perfect. That is where I'm at as well. 4 out of 5 pile drivers. It was a great show. The addition of Ace Austin once again was just top notch. And before we talk about Mega for a little bit, because we got a couple matches that was been announced for Mega that I want to get out there. I do want to shout out once again all the NEOPro staff, helpers, crew, ring crew, all these guys, man. They put in so much work. We all know our boy Nick put in work. He bust ass. He came out and he wrangled crowd. And what's even better is his son came in and busted ass because Nick told me, he said, this boy loves wrestling, dude. He just wants to help. I get it. I'm the 35-year-old guy that just wants to fucking help. So I get it. But I'm just going to send him a special shout out. Shout out to Hayden Riley. He was hanging up front with the Sunshine Cafe. He was slanging candy bars. He was getting it, man. He was kicking it. Everybody, the hot dogs were good from Sunshine Cafe. Drinks was cold, candy, all the merch they had available. Just NEOPro sets out, man, and they put out a good job. So it was real good. I very much enjoyed the show. I can't wait to go back. Their next event is actually 2 days before Christmas in Salem, Ohio. And that should be a good one. It's got Jake Christ on the poster already. So, it's called All Wrapped Up is the name of the show. It's at 1688 South Lincoln Ave in Salem, Ohio. And like I said, Impact star Jake Christ. Here's another Impact wrestler showing up for NEOPro Wrestling.
I love it, dude.
They got to be doing something right out there. But that should be their next show. Tickets are still available. I did see something actually that $30 is a VIP ticket, is the front row VIP ticket, which also gets you a meet and greet with Jake Christ. So $30, nice. So $30 ticket gets you front row seating for NEOPro action, plus you get a pre-show meet and greet with Jake Christ and a photo op and signed 8x10 included with $30 VIP ticket. So that's pretty fucking cool too. Not only do you get to see Sweet Wrestling and see Jake Christ wrestle, you also get to meet him if you decide to buy front row. I believe that they also have other, Jake Christ merch available. He will be signing autographs and stuff as well. Just, I assume you have to pay his fees for them.
Right.
We've
had opportunity to see Jake wrestle a few times. Jake's a phenomenal wrestler.
Oh yeah, 100%. Jake's really good. We got a couple things we want to talk about before we get out of here about Mega Championship Wrestling. We had a couple match drops, and boy, were they good. So first match drop we had from Night of Champions was obviously the tag team titles. We got a 3-way triple threat ladder match for the tag team championships. Cash Inc. against Faith in Nothing against the champions PME.
I think it's a tables and ladder match.
It might be a TLC match. You are correct, actually, if I think about it. Let's see. You are right. It is a TLC match. Triple threat TLC match for the tag team championships.
My jaw.
I don't even have to say any other matches, and that match is worth the price of admission. Yeah. Okay. And not only did that's not all. I assume Night of Champions, all belts are on the line. After Butchie put on a hard-fought battle against the Gift Kincaid last month, this month he's got another one. Butchie B will be defending the Infinity Championship against the director, Derek Dillinger, the Infinite Man, TIM, and Bullet Club member, Chase Owens in a fatal 4-way match for the Infinity title.
Crazy.
And then just added today. No title on the line, but this one will be a banger. Returning star. It's been a while since we saw him, and boy, do I miss him. I'm sad that he's going to be fighting one of my boys, but Shogun will be back to go one-on-one with Ultra Star Ashton Day.
Like, bro, what?
Dude, we're 3 matches in. That's it. And I'm ready to over the moon already for this show.
I'd pay $40 for this show.
Not only that, I did want to remind everybody, because it was just announced today as well. This week, make sure you turn into Mega Championship Wrestling on their Facebook page for Turmoil on Tuesday. But this week, we will be having a special Turmoil. It will be Turmoil's Giving on Thursday evening as well as Tuesday. So you get 2 episodes of Turmoil this week, Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. on Mega Championship Wrestling's Facebook page.
It's going to be wild, bro.
Dude, it's going to be fucking crazy.
And you think there's probably still at least 4 more matches, 5 more matches?
At least, well, I mean, and like I said, it hasn't been announced officially, but we all assume Bryson versus Alex Daniels, no time limit draw. It hasn't been officially announced, right? But Alex and Bryson, face to face, the last one, December 9th, I'll see you until one man dies. So, again, singles match, no time limit for that is going to be phenomenal as well.
I can't wait, dude.
I mean, we still have. Oh, I take it back. There was another match announced. I'm silly with it. Fighting Spirit Championship. El Tic Taco defending his title against JVM because JVM won the match.
All about that.
And but El Tic Taco and JVM will also be going one-on-one in Tic Taco's first defense as a solo champion. That should be a phenomenal match as well. I mean, Taco has been on a tear lately. He has been the violence, anger. He's just been killing it. So another good match. It should, again, it's going to hold up. All these matches is going to hold up.
Oh yeah.
Much as Brandon Xavier has tried to, as much as he tried to dog us last week and say that we were biased in our journalism, I'm going to go ahead and give him flowers for once again creating an amazing pay-per-view, for once again creating an amazing show that he's not even done with yet. So,
I mean, he is the Ohio Chief
for a reason. We don't have a top 5 for you this week because you know what we did today? We spent our day watching the Browns whoop the Steelers with a rookie quarterback. DTR, baby. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't super pretty, but a win's a win's a win. It counted when it counted in the last minute and 18 seconds. He was able to drive down the field and put us in a position to win the game.
Justin Hotfoot fucking kicking the game-winning field goal for 2 straight games.
Not only that, but the love was in the building today. Jimmy Donovan was back. He got to smash the guitar. Joe Hayden was in the building, hanging out in a luge box. Batman himself showed his face out of the tunnel. Nick Chubb, our savior, came back to let us know that he didn't forget about us because we damn sure didn't forget about him. It's real funny too. I'll show you. Go on Facebook and go to the Browns. I think I might have shared it, but I've just tagged it. Either way, when they had showed a video of DTR walking off the field, like towards the tunnel, if you watch that video, bro, look in the background, you can see Kareem Hunt signing Carey's forehead.
Yes, I love it. I see him bent over a few times with his little jacket.
Yeah. So yeah, it was funny. I saw Carey getting his forehead signed by Kareem. By Cleveland Browns posted it, and it was pretty good. But yeah, so no top 5 this week, but that's okay. We'll come back with another one next week. Again, we want to shout out congratulations to the wrestler of the week and new NEOPro heavyweight champion, the first ever, Patrick Hayes. Congratulations. Once again, shout out to everybody at NEOPro Wrestling for putting on amazing entertainment for us. As always, you guys fucking killed it again.
Love you guys.
Great job all around. I have nothing bad to say about NEOPro once again, and that's a good thing. So shout out to all their sponsors Shout out to all our sponsors. Shout out to everybody at Believe Land Media, Guardians of the CLE, Brown and Orange Weekly. It's been a while, so I want to give a special shout out to my homeboy, the Hammer. Yo, Paulie, we miss you. And I got nothing else, brother. You got anything for the peep?
Oh, man, just be good. Drink your water. Thanksgiving's coming up. So you guys are going to hear from us till next weekend. So I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. Hope you guys can spend time with your family, your loved ones, friends, family, whatever you got. Yeah, just be good. We'll see you guys next week.
And that's about the same vein I was going to go as with the Thanksgiving as well, man. Make sure you love your family, love your friends, be thankful for what you got.
Because a lot
of people don't have stuff. So on Thanksgiving, the one day to be thankful for what you have and what you do have in your family and stuff like that. Make sure you show that love to your family and friends, like Dean said. Eat too much. If you decide to drink, don't drive, take an Uber. Everybody be safe, and we'll see you next week. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey.